Big shakeups happening in the comic book world, my friends. This is absolutely crazy, but we kind of knew this was coming. We more than kind of knew this was coming. We absolutely knew this was coming. We've been saying that these companies, especially these smaller ones, for years have been on the end of just absolute destruction with their way that the comic industry has been pushing their woke politics and woke everything all the way up and down, even the hiring for the diversity hires. And you just end up with a corporation that's bloated and useless and producing content that nobody wants whatsoever. Now, it's especially precarious in a situation like IDW. IDW lives off of other properties. They license properties, they get different properties, and then they, of course, have to pay huge licensing fees for those before they produce their projects at all. And they have like Star Wars from Marvel. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Star Trek. These are expensive licenses. And so they need to sell pretty well in order to maintain a decent profit with these, and they've not been doing so. Of course, we know that they've hired some of the worst people in the industry to oversee their lines. They've got Heather Antos, for example, running Star Trek, who knows nothing about Star Trek and nothing about editing. And so it makes it a very, very difficult situation at the company as it is. But this trickles all the way up the line, and this is we're seeing the we're seeing the results of this right now. And we're going to get into the news in just a second. If you're new to the channel, my name is John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator, the alternative to IDW. I do something completely different than what they've got going on with all of my books, and I've got a ton of them, guys. Our stock is going to be good, and you can rest assured that you'll get your awesome books very shortly. This is Flying Sparks, my big, sweeping, epic superhero tale. If you like Superman, Batman, all of the classics before they were ruined by these companies, this will be the book for you. Please check it out. We are going to be delivering on these very soon, and I'd appreciate it if you go down to the link in the description below, click on that, and check out Flying Sparks. Grab this. I promise you a wonderful, wonderful story. Thanks, guys, for supporting the channel. Okay, the news of the day. The woes of IDW. IDW cuts 2/5 of their employees, executives, and stock exchange listings. Uh-oh. New IDW CEO, Davide Jonas, states, "Today we hit reset." Oh, yeah. Reset down to zero. IDW drops off the stock exchange. They were down 47% when this happened. So they were only at 88 cents a share because nobody has any faith in IDW to begin with. But that dropped huge, and then they were gone because of their business model here, which I told you is a disaster. So an update to the news can be found below at this link. Let's grab that. The layoffs in more detail. Here we are. Here's who got laid off. Look at these SVPs of sales and marketing. Goodbye. The publisher, wow, director of public relations and marketing, uh-oh, did a terrible job. Senior director of content strategy, uh-oh, here's your big woke officer right here. Chief executive officer, wow. Chief financial officer, VP of marketing, executive vice president, art director, some more woke content. Editor Megan Brown for originals, uh-oh. Associate editor Zach Boone, sales and marketing associate Devin Dashby, and group editor creative development. Oh my gosh. So Heather Antos did survive the cut, you know, as she typically does. I don't know why, but she does. She makes it. And here is the list of people that are out at the company. So if you could look at all this, a lot of it is content related, and that means the people who were causing all the woke problems to begin with. Now, of course, everybody in the comic industry is a woke problem, so they really need to do more than just this cutting 20% of their force here. They need to cut everybody and restart. I'd hire some people from Comicsgate because Comicsgate seems to be doing a good job producing content that the fans actually want. Imagine a Comicsgate property on one of these books. I think IDW might have G.I. Joe and Transformers still. Can you imagine those going well? Can you imagine your boy Zach on G.I. Joe? That'd be pretty good. Pretty good. But of course, they don't want to do that. It's more about the identity for these people than it is actually about making good stories that people want to buy. That's why you see these weird non-binary G.I. Joes and strange gender transformer things going on. And that's the content that nobody wants. And so nobody buys these. Look, it's already a secondary tier to Marvel and DC. People only go to comic shops to buy Batman and Spider-Man and the like. So you're already fighting an uphill battle. You have to create the top of the line if you want your Star Trek comic, for example, to do well. And unfortunately, these people will never do that because they don't care about the properties that they're actually engaged in. So laughing at this today, guys, we're going to keep on top of this as IDW continues its downward spiral. I don't personally think this is going to help things. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. I think we're going to see problems all the way up and down the line at these companies. Dark Horse got rescued last year, bought by a big video game company out of Scandinavia. And so they're going to be okay for a while, but they mostly produce like art books and things like that. So it's really not the same ball game. As far as like IDW and other companies kind of at that tier image, I think we're going to see a lot of cuts going on, and we're going to see a bigger spiral happening all industry wide. This is just starting. All right. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.